So, hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Hard to Find 4. We are playing Kaiserreich as Mittelafrika. Now, before we get started here properly, I want to say thank you to that Teresa guy for the host. I saw that coming in while I was away getting some tea, so very much appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. And Thug Visual, thank you very much for the follow. Now, before we get properly started, I just want to say I'm having a particularly low energy day. So don't expect my usual excitable self. Yeah, had my vaccine yesterday and this one has knocked me out. And also I've got a toothache which has been kind of lingering for the last 2 or 3 months. And it seems to have intensified today, so not really feeling it. But such is the stream of life, that the show must go on. And the UI failed to load, so, you know, just to compound the issues, we'll have to wait for the frickin' launcher again. Great start. Anyway, hope you are having a better Saturday than me so far. Wait for the launcher. Has anything particularly cool happened over this past week to any of you? I want to hear about it. Are we continuing with the run that's now up on YouTube? Yes, we are. Dwarf Fortress to play and Mordred to watch. Should be a good Saturday. That does sound like a good Saturday. I mean, the Dwarf Fortress part. The me part is just like, okay. No, that's cool. Right, launcher is finally loaded. Now I can press play, and then we wait for it to load again. Oh, and then I'm going to need to stop the music, because that's probably copyright. I never turned it on, so we're good. Happened to me when I got my shot. It hit me for 2 days. See, my third booster wasn't that bad. I don't remember it being particularly awful. This one has just laid me on my arse. It's wow. Like, I was feeling dizzy last night. Just lost my entire sense of balance. Tired. Plus, my arm still hurts. Not as bad as it did yesterday. But I think actually it's the tooth that's the worst thing. Wait, you're on your 4th shot now. So I got a letter from the NHS, which is our National Health Service, saying we may have screwed up your 3rd one. So if you want to come in for a 4th, you can. All right, cool. So I did. Let's see. Single player, continue. I wonder if it's when I press continue that it's screwed. No, it's usually when I start a new game. I don't know why. But yeah, like I was saying, I think it's actually the tooth that's really winding me, because it's just this dull ache that's just there in the background, but just getting worse. The dentist was like, yeah, it's not just anything serious. Come back and see us in 4 months. Yeah, that's not happening. I think I'll probably go next week. Huzzah! Sorachi, thank you very much for the Prime resubscription, coming in with a 17-month resub. Thank you very, very much for that. How many months do you receive? 17 months! Anyway, so the status of things at the moment is we are under attack. As you can see, Mittelafrika is looking rather more like Little Africa, because the Common of France has come in a big freaking way. The Germans, I don't think, are doing that badly. They have been pushed in a little bit here in Belgium, though we have just taken the Netherlands off of them. That's what happened. Yeah, my main armies are actually up here. But if things get worse down in Africa, then I might well need to send my troops from Europe back home, because these are my regular soldiers. The other thing which is happening here is the invasion of Russia was going quite well. As you can see, Moscow has indeed fallen. However, there's been a massive stalemate for about 2 years now, so I'm not so sure just how well things are going over there currently. Where else do we have things that we could do? I think it's generally just trying to stabilize the lines. Like, we lost a lot of ground over here really quickly, but now they're going to have supply issues, and you can actually see that they are indeed suffering those, whereas our own supply situation has gotten fairly significantly better. Once I remember how to bring that up. So they can probably push us into, like, the river, and then this supply hub should be supplying everything. This one's got everything down there, and then we've got the coast over here supplying these guys. There's 1 or 2 spots which are still bad, but generally it's okay. We are not currently training anyone. We are a significant gun deficit. I wonder if we could beg, borrow, or steal some weapons from somewhere. Brazil. I wonder if you've got just some regular old guns for me. No. What about Germany? All I need are guns. Just guns. Doesn't look like anyone has spare weaponry. Nope. Ukraine. Nope. Japan? Oh, we're at war with Japan. Oh yeah, yes we are. You're saying that there are officer traits available, but they're not because they're not in Kaiserreich yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and close those. Alright, well, I guess we just get back into this now. You have a stronger immune reaction because of the earlier shots, so you'd expect the later ones to be worse. You'd expect it to be quicker. Militia are holding up well, all things considered. And they should start actually getting some dig-in bonuses now, because up until this point we've been kind of in full flight, but now things are settling a little. Is this the copyrighted music? No, this music's fine. It's just standard music. Feel your dental pain. I've had more dental work this past year than I think I've ever had since I was young. See, I had my wisdom tooth out because they thought it was getting rotten. Basically, my wisdom tooth grew outwards from the main molars, and stuff kept on getting stuck in between and just starting to rot. So they took out the wisdom tooth, but I don't think that was actually the problem. Like, the pain has not gone away at all. And like I said, like since yesterday, I had a spoonful of yogurt, and I know yogurt is really dangerous for me. Like, if it's just out the fridge, bam, pain. And I had some yogurt yesterday, and I really shouldn't have, and I've not recovered since. So yogurt's bad, stay away from it. Okay, so we just got the construction 5. I think I might go for the streamline line. Production, cap, and growth sounds good to me. Do you brush your teeth twice a day? I currently brush them 4 times a day, under the advice of the doctor. And I'm on some, like, high fluoride toothpaste. Dentist, rather, not doctor. Alright, so the attacks are still coming in. We are still being pushed back, although slower now. Actually, this river line, I think, is where we'll actually put up the final defense, and then also the mountains down here in the south. So we're going to let them just keep on attacking into us. They'll continue to lose units and equipment, and we should be a little bit on the defensive now. What do I want to research? We were unfortunately locked out of the military line when we had our election and switched... Oh no, we have them here. Motorized reliability plus 15. I did not even notice that. I think I would quite like that. Also, jungle fighting. Yeah, we're going to work on these. In 7 years of warfare, we never faced defeat. We must perpetuate this proud military tradition. Meanwhile, our gun deficits continue to get worse. Are we being attacked in Europe as well? No, all quiet on the Western Front. For the moment, anyway. The Austrians are attacking, with a little bit of success. Why are... Oh, yes, some of you are assigned to Rotterdam. I remember. France took 5 states, Paraguay took 1, Bolivia has been annexed. And now Brazil's going to be fighting a war on its back. Northern Ireland took 1 Ireland took 1 state, Northern Ireland have been annexed. Meanwhile, these militia are not looking healthy. But we did deploy them with very few guns. So the fact that they are somewhat under-equipped right now is not that much of a surprise. Hale took 2 states, Hashemite Arabia have been annexed. And we could do with some more steel. Let's go ahead and purchase a bit more from the Germans. Because at the moment it looks like all of our trade is actually getting through. Drink tea with no sugar. I pretty much always do. Anyone want to give a guess for how much longer this campaign will go on? So, maybe halfway through last session, with an hour to go last session, I thought it was over. But we have more or less halted, or at least slowed the offensives into our land. I think what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to move the tanks down to here, because they do seem pretty aggressive in attacking down here. So let's go ahead and just fortify this. Thankfully they're not attacking into me any further. You are holding out exceptionally well. I think really is, like, what I need right now are just guns. We just need our industry, of which we have quite a lot going, building military factories. We're a little bit behind the curve in that, but we've been upgrading the infrastructure here. We should be able to get our industry going pretty quickly, he says as he looks at all the 20% infrastructure areas. There's a few which are better. I'm amazed that you are holding out here. That's some good going. The other thing I could do is move one of my other generals down here. Ah, Leakey's back. So we can put Leakey back in charge of these guys. Oh man, look how weak my regular soldiers are. Yeah, it's the infantry equipment we're lacking. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to unassign my top general from here, and we're going to send you down to Africa because you're a much better defender and you also have supply consumption reduction. So that's what we're going to do. Then we'll have somebody else here in Erp, which I think is going to be Rando. You can get Guerrilla Fighter, but that doesn't really do anything for me. And then we'll be switching out Destiner for the other commander. And then our defense will go from 2 to 6 as soon as this guy is ready for reassignment, which we'll do on the 24th of January. Looks like we're finally losing this position. Not that surprising, really, considering how much of a salient that is. Oh, you're counter-attacking. Please don't do that. Okay, let's bring him in. Hippel is returning to Africa. 9 days. What are we still researching? We still want to get fuel refining. We should probably also get the extraction technology. We need more steel. We are buying more and more steel from... Oh! Thought we were short, but we're not. Never mind. Also, these should come over there. Did we go dispersed or concentrated? Concentrated. And pretty much everything is on guns already. Like, we don't have a lot of industry. Let's get those sturdy trucks. In the rough terrain of Africa, trucks must be as sturdy and resistant to damage as possible. There we go. Gun deficit's actually going down. We just need to hold them here. The fall of Riga. The Pearl of the Baltic has fallen to Latvian forces as of today. The vibrant trade hub plays a role as a critical economic and financial centre of the Baltic Sea. While the Latvian army has pledged to maintain a peaceful occupation, fires rage throughout the city, and refugees have been attempting to flee by sea. Unfortunately, this does mean that the Russians are definitely winning Although, actually, the Germans are attacking right now. That is one hell of an offensive. Looks like the offensives into Italy have halted. Well, I am definitely not in a position to help you with that, so good luck! Izokat Republic has capitulated. Latvian government has gone. Republic of South Africa declared war on Rhodesia. South Africa declared war on Natal. This would be really bad if they flip. If they go on Ton, it's fine. If they go Reichspakt, it's even better. Actually, I don't think there is anyone down here that can go communist. Natal, maybe? No. Market liberal. Start of the Third Boer War. Resentment between the Dutch and British colonists in South Africa has been brewing under the surface ever since the end of the Second Boer War, with the former mostly pursuing South Africa's divorce from the British Empire, while the latter seeked as close ties as possible. Renewed conflict was perhaps unavoidable from the start. Leveraging the majority amongst the electorate, the Afrikaners have declared South Africa an independent republic under the leadership of Dr. D.F. Malan. The English-speaking provinces of southern Rhodesia and Natal soon declared their loyalty to the Empire and secession from the Republic. As the battle lines are being drawn, intervention appears increasingly likely. Can the British finally pacify South Africa permanently, or will the Boers recover their freedom and independence they had to give up after 1902? Thanks, Galenus. So our tank deficit's actually going down. The AA deficit is going up. The gun deficit's going down. And factories are still being built. Like, we do have 23 civilian factories working on this. They are attacking to here, so now our tanks are fighting against their motorized and their infantry. We seem to be holding out a lot better. This guy still hasn't fallen, by the way. Concentrated Industry 5. Alright, then with that we'll be able to get some more factories in our most productive areas. Let's go ahead and get Excavation 5 as well. And let's make sure that we're building in the tip-top areas. Need oil. I do. When is the oil refining done? 76 days. That's going to be some time away still. We could get this. More infantry soft attack I think would be useful. I know it's ahead of time, but at this point I think I'm totally fine doing that. Medium tank chassis. And apparently now we do need more steel. So let's go ahead and purchase that. Which hopefully means that we're getting more and more factories into gun production. So we were thinking of going into medium tanks. I don't think I have the production for that anymore. Would radar work on the border? No, because we have no planes. All we need is just guns. We just need to let our economy build up, and then we can turn this around. Just popping in to say and bitch about professors opening exams on a Saturday. Oof, good luck. Exams on a Saturday, that's harsh. South Africa took one state, Natal were annexed. South Africa took one state, Rhodesia was annexed. So it looks like the Boers won. Which means we're paternal autocrat, and I think that's going to be pro-Reichspakt. So we might actually get them on our side. Okay, our fuel is now officially run out. So we're going to go ahead and buy some from Venezuela. Actually, no, we'll buy it from Brazil. Brazil's actually in our faction. We like them. Anti-air deficit's going down. Light tanks deficit is going down. How many trucks do I have? Oh, we have loads of trucks. That's not a problem. Why is my fuel still a problem? Oh, we lost some steel from there. We also lost most of our rubber. In fact, all of the rubber. Well, the German Navy's down here, doing some stuff. In fact, the full German Navy. Union of Britain must be down in that area. Oh no, they have another fleet here. Okay, the Germans have a lot of ships. Looks like French attacks into the Low Countries continue, but not really doing anything. Although Union of Britain has landed up in Denmark, that's not going to be good. And the attacks into Italy are still proceeding. They haven't completely stalled out. Oh, looks like we're finally going to lose Boyoma. Yeah. They finally took it. But now our front line is a lot more stable. And from this point on, I want to see not one step back. No more falling back. We've done what we came here to do. And there's the sturdy trucks. And how are we doing for doctrines? I don't think we've actually done that many. Oh no, we've only got 2 left. So yes, we want to continue researching the tactics track, and we also want to get down to the White Man's Graveyard. The Weltkrieg has shown artillery is an important part of warfare, and ours must be as good as any other. In fact, your front line at this point should probably... they took this, so I can't cut them off. Angola's independent. Occupied puppet. Right, because they took it off of the Portuguese. I remember now. Unfortunately, these tanks aren't going to be good anywhere down here. It's all forest or jungle. It's mostly forest. Oh no, there's jungle up there. So we don't want to use them in a pushing method. How big is their penalty? Jungle, -22, -40 movement. I mean, that's not a surprise. Where is forest? There it is. -12 attack in forest. Okay, it's not actually that bad, because most of these divisions are motorized. Actually, you know what? This is the most important bit to get back. Restore my steel supplies. And I'd also like to restore this river line. So we're going to send you guys there, and hopefully you can help us retake this area. I think the thing that will turn this around is the surrender of Russia. Unfortunately, I think the attack in Russia is over. Russia's been pushing back. Although, actually, no, we're pushing back towards Petrograd. For a while there, Russia was definitely counterattacking. The thing that concerns me is how many losses Germany has been taking. 5.3 million. Okay, they're not at 10 yet. If they get to 10 million, then it's pretty much over. And the losses on both sides, honestly, is still about equal. And Austria still has a lot more to give. Okay, better artillery. Let's keep those upgrading, because we could probably do with adding artillery to our forces. Although... Oh no, we do have some tungsten. I was going to say we don't have any tungsten to do that with, but actually we do. Meanwhile, buying more and more steel. I mean, that's good. That means we're getting more and more factories working on guns at this point. So our weapon deficit is now 16,000. So we've reduced that by 8,000 today. Mittelafrika is now Ostafrika. You're not wrong. Oh! Our ships actually caught a French escort fleet. Nice. And sank them. How are you guys doing? We haven't checked up on you for a while. You're level 4. You're getting quite a lot of experience. Including in Ironsides, which is great. Nice. Keep it up. Because they are having to ship in all of their supplies. So if we can cut that off at sea, then that's really good for us. And we are currently doing convoy raiding. And that's all of you done. It was done some time ago. Probably start researching anti-tank. Oh, it's 43. Let's go ahead and get these modern engines now. I know those are a 44 tech, but I want to start it. Can I do anything to make South Africa more likely to help? At this stage, no. They're paternal autocrat, though. I'm fairly sure that the Republic of South Africa is likely to join Reichspact. Iraq declared war on Persia. Interesting. Iraq, which is allied to Egypt and Syria. Persia, which is allied to Armenia. I'm seeing a lot of green again here. Well, I was seeing a lot of green there for a second. I just really hope that the Germans aren't just throwing their equipment away. I'll be kind of annoyed. Can I get them to give me guns? Doubtful, they're not in the faction. Nobody wants to give me guns. We're down to just a 15,000 deficit. The Kabaka of Buganda visits the Prussian Military Academy. The young Kabaka of Buganda, Edward Friedrich Mutesa II, has just completed a tour of the Kriegsakademie in Prussia. Like all young men, he was a natural enthusiasm for all things martial, and the German army is the finest in the world. Young Friedrich has decided to study at the Kriegsakademie and encouraged promising young men in Buganda and Uganda to do the same. Budana, sorry. Buganda, Uganda, Budana. Does that mean it's just these two countries mixed together? Probably. So we gain war support, which will actually max us out, and we gain some more military experience, which I think is enough for another doctrine. It is. Now, before we do this, modern tactics is a doctrine reduction. That is the only one we have left, though.